Are you constantly squinting, holding your phone further away, or struggling to read road signs that used to be crystal clear? Does the text on your screen seem a little fuzzier each day? You rub your eyes, adjust your glasses, maybe even clean them, but nothing helps. Sound familiar? Then you visit the eye doctor and they give you the all too common news. It's just normal aging. Your vision changes with time. And just like that, you walk out with a new prescription, only to find yourself needing an even stronger one next year. Everyone tells you this is simply how it goes, an unavoidable part of getting older. But what if that wasn't the whole truth? What if there was a way to not just slow down this process, but to actively improve your eyesight and potentially even throw away your glasses for good? Imagine seeing the world with breathtaking clarity once more, free from the constant burden of deteriorating vision. If you've ever dreamed of reclaiming your perfect sight and defying the aging narrative, then stay tuned, because today we're unlocking the secrets to truly optimizing your vision, and it's going to completely change how you see the world, literally. Welcome, health champions. Today, we're diving deep into how you can protect and supercharge your vision, with the exciting prospect of maybe even saying goodbye to your glasses forever. The first crucial thing to understand about your eyesight is that it's far more than just your eyes. It's a whole body phenomenon, deeply intertwined with your entire physiology. This means your brain, your circulation, levels of inflammation throughout your body, and various metabolic factors all play a significant role. Think of your eyes not as isolated organs, but as direct extensions of your nervous system. When you nourish your brain and body correctly, engage in physical activities that support your spine, and generally maintain overall wellness, topics we've explored in many of our previous videos, you are, at a fundamental level, also supporting your vision. While it's incredible that we have advanced technologies like glasses to help people see, it's also important to realize that glasses merely correct the symptoms. They don't address any of these deeper, underlying factors that truly impact your sight. To truly grasp how flexible and connected vision can be, consider this mind-blowing example that offers a completely different perspective. There's a phenomenon called dissociative identity disorder, or DID, formerly known as multiple personality disorder. In remarkable cases of DID, an individual can experience profound shifts in their physiology and personality. Without even realizing it, they might mentally transform into a different person, all within the same physical body. It's possible for multiple distinct personalities to coexist within one individual. What's truly astounding is that one of these personalities might have extremely poor vision, perhaps requiring very strong Coke bottle glasses. Yet, when they switch to a different personality, a transition that can happen in mere seconds, without the individual even understanding how or why, the new personality can suddenly have perfect vision. Think about that for a moment. It's the exact same person with the same physical eyes and brain. Nothing has physically changed, except they have, in their mind, become someone else. They've adopted a different physiological state and a different belief system, if you will, believing themselves to be another person. And as a result, their entire physiology shifts, causing something as fundamental as their eyesight to dramatically transform in an instant. This powerful example underscores the incredible, often overlooked connection between our mind, our body, and our ability to see. Let's delve into a few fundamental facts about your eyes to further understand this connection. Firstly, the retina, located at the back of your eye, is where light-sensitive receptors detect visual information and convert it into electrical signals. This intricate tissue is actually an extension of your brain tissue, directly connected to your optic nerve, cranial nerve number 2. Secondly, the crucial processes of focusing and pupil size adjustment are controlled by your autonomic nervous system, the part that works automatically without conscious thought. We'll explore the difference between what you can and can't control later. Furthermore, your vision and eye movements don't just depend on the muscles that move the eye itself, but also significantly on your posture and the health of your spine. For optimal vision, it's vital to recognize the various factors that can interfere with our ability to see clearly. Chronic inflammation, for instance, can gradually damage parts of your body, including your eyes. Similarly, oxidative stress, often linked to an imbalance of free radicals, has a detrimental effect. Factors like blood sugar dysregulation, common in individuals with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, can harm the delicate, fine blood vessels at the back of the eye. High blood pressure also damages these same tiny blood vessels that are so critical for sharp vision. Constant chronic stress leading to elevated cortisol levels and a state of sympathetic dominance, where your fight or flight system is always a little on edge, also plays a role. This persistent stress often intertwines with other issues like high blood pressure and increased inflammation. Even mitochondrial dysfunction, where your cells' tiny energy powerhouses aren't working efficiently, means your eyes can't produce the energy they need. And in our modern world, excessive blue light exposure from phones and computers stresses our eyes, while habits like smoking or poor posture further compromise our visual health. Just like every other part of your body, your eyes crave specific nutrients to function optimally. Beyond the general health essentials we've discussed in many videos, your eyes are particularly sensitive to nutrients like lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin A, omega-3 fatty acids, and zinc. Clear vision also relies heavily on a consistent supply of oxygen and robust blood circulation to ensure that these delicate tissues can generate energy and reach every microvessel within your eyes. Your eyes also possess muscles that need to be supported, trained, and activated, just like any other muscle in your body. It's a classic use it or lose it scenario. Excellent vision is profoundly dependent on a strong brain-body connection. We'll dive into specific exercises shortly, but first, let's quickly cover some of the best foods for eye health. These foods largely overlap with those recommended for overall metabolic health, inflammation control, and supporting brain and heart health. Incorporating foods like egg yolks, leafy green vegetables, and bell peppers can provide vital nutrients such as lutein, zeaxanthin, and vitamin C, which protect the macula, the most precious and receptor-dense area at the back of your eye's retina. These nutrients also help filter out harmful blue light. Wild-caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel, these fatty fish, are packed with significant amounts of omega-3s, particularly EPA and DHA, which are crucial for your body. DHA, in particular, makes up 50 to 60% of your retina's mass, forming its very building blocks, so adequate intake is essential for retinal health. These omega-3s also help manage inflammation and prevent dry eyes. Other beneficial foods include blueberries and black currants, rich in anthocyanins, which strengthen capillary integrity and enhance night vision. Beef liver and cod liver oil are also fantastic. Cod liver oil, of course, provides more of that valuable DHA, and both offer substantial amounts of preformed vitamin A, the active form. While you can get beta-carotene from vegetables and convert it, preformed vitamin A is more efficient and crucial for the health of your cornea and retina. Finally, foods like pumpkin seeds and lamb are excellent sources of zinc, a mineral essential for the proper action of vitamin A and for improving night vision. To summarize, we must start with healthy cells and tissues, providing all involved tissues with the necessary building blocks and energy-producing elements. Now, let's move on to the practical steps. Specific exercises designed to sharpen your visual acuity. We'll guide you through how to perform them, what each exercise entails, and explain the science behind why they work. If you follow these instructions carefully and grasp the underlying connections, I'm confident you'll commit to these practices and see remarkable results. These exercises aim to strengthen your entire visual apparatus, but crucially, they help develop precision and endurance, and it's often in endurance that vision tends to falter. Have you ever noticed how much worse your vision gets when you're utterly exhausted or stressed? Our first exercise involves two powerful techniques: palming and controlled blinking, squeezing. Begin by vigorously rubbing your palms together for about 10-15 seconds. You'll feel them generate warmth. This warmth helps stimulate circulation. Now gently cup your warm hands over your eyes without pressing on them, simply creating total darkness. Removing visual stimulation helps your eyes and mind relax. As you do this, add slow, deep breathing, which further promotes relaxation and actively engages your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode. This is vital because our modern lifestyles, constantly glued to screens, mean we blink far less frequently than we naturally should. Intentional blinking is incredibly beneficial. Try to consciously blink 10 times every hour. This action helps spread lubricating fluid and lipids across your cornea, cleaning it and preventing dryness, which can lead to micro-injuries. Building on this, perform a gentle eye squeeze. Close your eyes for about 2 seconds, contracting them slightly to create mild pressure, then open them. Repeat this cycle. Close, contract, then open. This simple action triggers what's known as the oculocardiac reflex. The gentle pressure in your eyes is detected by specific receptors, which in turn activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Remember, this is your system for relaxation, digestion, and immune function, as opposed to the fight-or-flight sympathetic system. Activating the parasympathetic system also enhances your focusing ability because it boosts the activity of your intraocular muscles, 2 tiny muscles inside your eye. This increased activity makes your eye's lens more convex, thicker, and rounder, which causes light to converge and focus more sharply on the retina. Simultaneously, it reduces your pupil size, leading to better focus, as a smaller pupil scatters less light, resulting in a clearer image. You might even notice an instant improvement in focus after just a few repetitions of this blinking and squeezing exercise. Regular practice will strengthen this parasympathetic function over time. You've probably experienced clearer vision when you're well rested and relaxed, and conversely, how difficult it is to see clearly or focus when you're stressed or in low light. Both stress and low light cause your pupil to dilate to take in more light, which, while allowing you to detect more, makes precise focusing very challenging because the light becomes dispersed. Our second exercise involves simply looking in different directions, but with a crucial modification. Do it very slowly and deliberately. Keep your head as still as possible, allowing only your eyes to move. Start with up and down movements. Look straight ahead, then slowly lift your eyes upwards, hold briefly, and then slowly lower them downwards. Repeat this. You'll find you really have to consciously force yourself to go slowly. It's much easier to just flick your eyes quickly, but that defeats the purpose of developing precise control. Next, try left to right movements, again keeping your head still and letting only your eyes move from side to side. Repeat slowly. You can also do this diagonally, looking from one corner to the opposite, then back through the center to the other diagonal. The more you practice, the easier it will be to maintain that slow, controlled pace. Finally, perform clockwise and counterclockwise circles, again, as slowly as possible. The immense benefit of these directional movements is multifaceted. You strengthen the muscles that move your eyes, you boost the activity in the specific brain areas connected to those muscles, and you significantly increase oculomotor control, the precision of your eye movements, along with improving blood circulation to those regions. Start with just a minute or two, as eye movements are surprisingly intense work for your brain. It's better to stop before you feel tired, because by then you've likely overdone it. To explain why this works so well, let's briefly look at the intricate connections within your brain without getting bogged down in complex names. Your eye movements aren't just mechanical, they're controlled by several muscles connected to different sides of your eyeball, which are in turn governed by different cranial nerves originating in distinct areas of your brainstem located just beneath your brain. For instance, the oculomotor nerve, cranial nerve number 3, handles many of these movements. It's essential to understand that while you can voluntarily decide where to look, e.g., straight ahead, then to the side, the act of focusing is largely involuntary and automatic. This involuntary focusing mechanism is primarily controlled by a specific area within the brainstem called the Edinger-Westphal nucleus, which is part of your parasympathetic system. Here's the key insight. These voluntary and involuntary control centers are incredibly close and even overlap in the brainstem. Unlike individual neurons that activate discretely, blood flow and brain activation are more regional. So, When you deliberately activate your voluntary eye muscles by looking in different directions, there's a spillover effect. This activity overflows into the adjacent nuclei, including those that control involuntary focusing. Essentially, by choosing where to look with these exercises, you can positively influence the automatic involuntary functions of your eyes, thereby strengthening your focus and parasympathetic response. Our third exercise is called the near-far focus. This is a fantastic demonstration of how you decide where to look, and your eyes automatically adjust their focus. You can do this for 2 to 3 minutes, but again, start with less. Hold your thumb or a similar object about 10 inches from your face or at a distance where you can achieve clear focus. Stare at your thumb for a few seconds, not too long, but long enough to really lock in the focus. Then immediately shift your gaze to a distant object. If you're outdoors, make sure it's at least 20 feet away. Looking out a window or at the horizon works perfectly. When you focus on your thumb, your eyes are working harder, engaging in near work. When you look far away, your eyes relax. Alternate between near and far focus for several seconds each, repeating this cycle for a few minutes. This exercise actively strengthens, activates, and trains the ciliary muscle, which controls the shape of your eye's lens. When you focus up close, this muscle contracts and becomes more circular, making your lens thicker and more convex. When you look far away, the muscle relaxes and the lens flattens. This practice is crucial for maintaining the elasticity of your lens and strengthens the ciliary muscle, as well as, to some extent, the pupillary muscle. By consciously choosing where to focus, you're again activating the brain areas that control these muscles, including the parasympathetic system, thereby improving your lens's flexibility and ability to change shape efficiently. The fourth exercise is the simple yet incredibly effective 20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, take a break from whatever you're doing, especially if you're looking at a screen, and gaze at something at least 20 feet away for 20 seconds. This significantly reduces eye strain. Spending hours looking at a computer, a keyboard, or anything up close can be very tiring for your eyes and brain. This rule gives your ocular muscles and brain a much-needed mini vacation. You've heard the phrase, use it or lose it 1,000 times, but what does it really mean, especially when comparing muscle activity to brain activity in the context of vision? A muscle needs to be activated and stressed by tension. Its purpose is to exert force and shorten. When you stress a muscle, you create micro tears in the fibers, which then repair and make the muscle stronger. This principle applies to your eye muscles too. However, the brain has different needs. The brain's primary purpose is to process and send signals, and doing so is a metabolically intense job. Though your brain accounts for only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes a staggering 20% of your body's energy. So, how does the brain work harder with eye muscles? Surprisingly, it's actually more challenging for your brain to control your eye muscles than your leg muscles. It requires more effort and places a greater demand on your brain. Remember the story of Little Red Riding Hood exclaiming, "Oh grandma, what big eyes you have." She might as well have been looking at a homunculus. An homunculus is a visual representation of the cortical surface, the amount of brain space and surface area dedicated to different body parts. When you look at an homunculus, you'll immediately notice the incredibly large eyes, often appearing larger than the entire leg section. This highlights the immense importance of our eyes in our brain's representation. All the sensory information your body receives from the world, touch, smell, taste, and especially sight, first arrives in your somatosensory cortex. Your brain then processes this information and sends it to your motor cortex to trigger actions. In this motor cortex, different body parts are given different levels of priority and representation. The hands, for example, take up a massive portion of this brain area, and similarly, the eyes are disproportionately large. This visual emphasizes that whenever you use your eyes, you're not just engaging the eye muscles themselves, but also a vast network of other brain areas. Simply moving your eyes activates all those brainstem nuclei we discussed earlier, plus an incredible amount of different areas within your cerebral cortex, not just the brainstem. The takeaway here is profound. Eye exercises are incredibly demanding on your brain because they are a rapid and efficient way to engage and mobilize your entire organism. This is precisely why it's so important to start these exercises very slowly and cautiously. When you do squats, you quickly feel your leg muscles protesting with a burning sensation, signaling fatigue. But you don't necessarily feel that same sensation in your tiny eye muscles, let alone in the brain control centers and all the other activated areas. So if you push too hard, you could inadvertently hinder your progress. It's crucial to begin gently and ensure you feel good after doing them. Many people wonder if everyone will see results. The answer is that most people, the vast majority, will experience improvements in their vision, reduced eye fatigue, and enhanced focus, often noticing these changes quite quickly. However, it's also important to understand that in more severe cases, such as a structural eye problem like severe myopia from a very young age, a hereditary eye shape requiring correction, or neurological damage from accidents or trauma, complete reversal or full retraining might not be possible. In these situations, you probably won't see dramatic changes that allow you to permanently discard your glasses. But even then, you can still experience significant positive effects. Just as general exercise is beneficial for everyone, these eye exercises will activate many critical brain areas. This can help you preserve your current vision and very likely prevent further decline. Now, a crucial caveat that I've mentioned several times: less is more. Do not rush these exercises, and absolutely do not push yourself to the point of fatigue, dizziness, or feeling faint. Start with very few repetitions, perhaps just 3 or 4 of each. Make them so brief that they take only a minute or 2 of your time. Then, increase the frequency rather than the duration or intensity. The brain responds exceptionally well to frequent, short bursts of activity. Your brain is a metabolic machine, but it operates very differently from your muscles. Muscles tell you when they're tired with that burning sensation, and they appreciate being pushed hard, followed by longer rest periods. The brain, conversely, doesn't give you such clear warnings. You can easily push past its limits without truly realizing it until you start feeling unwell, shaky, or uncoordinated, signs that you've overdone it and need a break. But if you stay within your metabolic capacity, doing just a tiny bit at a time, your brain thrives on repetition, performing these exercises multiple times throughout the day. Fifth and finally, let's incorporate neck and upper back mobilizations, as they are neurologically intertwined with your visual system. Start with gentle head rotations. Simply turn your head slowly and in a controlled manner from one side to the other, keeping your eyes focused straight ahead on a distant point. This slight variation makes it a completely different exercise. Your neck is neurologically connected to your eye muscles and eye movement. When you turn your head to one side, your eyes must turn in the opposite direction at the exact same rate. This is an incredibly complex movement requiring intense brain activity and exceptional brain coordination. You can also gently tilt your head. Slowly and carefully begin with lateral flexion, bringing your ear towards your shoulder. Then move to front to back motions, known as forward flexion and extension. I particularly like combining these, moving directly to the side, then forward, then to the other side. You'll feel a wonderfully satisfying stretch. Shoulder rolls are also beneficial, as is sitting in a chair and leaning back over its edge to promote upper back extension. Beyond the specific brain nuclei and connections we've discussed, these mobilizations effectively reduce tension, feel good, and significantly increase brain activity, muscle activation, and blood supply to all these vital areas. So, if you begin incorporating these exercises into your routine, you're likely to experience one of 3 fantastic outcomes. The first is a significant improvement in your vision, potentially allowing you to reduce your reliance on glasses or even stop wearing them altogether. The second outcome is stabilizing your vision, meaning you won't need stronger prescriptions year after year. You can maintain your current level of correction. And the third, equally valuable outcome is slowing down the natural decline of vision. While these exercises may not halt deterioration entirely for everyone, they can certainly slow it, saving you from constantly buying new, stronger lenses. I challenge you to try these practices consistently. Give it a month or 2, or until you're confident you've noticed a change, and then let me know your results in the comments below. But please, don't just try it once and declare it didn't work. That's like the person who told their doctor, "Don't tell me to change my diet, I ate a carrot once and nothing happened." If you found this video helpful, you're going to love our other health insights. And if you're serious about mastering your health by truly understanding how your body works, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, and turn on all notifications so you never miss another potentially life-changing video.